Hello students, hope you all are doing good. Today again in your English class we are beginning with a new chapter, and this chapter is from English language. This is the language grammar portion, and the topic name is parts of speech. Parts of speech is one of the very basic elements of grammar, as without the parts of speech you cannot form even a single sentence. If you are forming a single sentence, suppose if I say I am reading a book, okay, in this particular sentence there are different parts of speech that is used, and with the help of this only a sentence is being formed. With the different collaboration, when we bring different parts of speech together, a single sentence is formed. So we will study today the different parts of speech, their subcategories, their rules, and what are the usage. So let's begin. Okay, according to English grammar, we basically have 8 parts of speech. That is your noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. Okay, and after this, as we know that parts of speech indicates how the word functions in meaning as well as grammatically with a sentence. Now see, whenever we say that a sentence is formed, or whenever we speak a sentence, there has to be a sensible notice, or a sensible narration has to be narrated through a sentence. Then only we can say that a sentence is sensible. That means a perfect meaning, a particular meaning has to be narrated. Then only a sentence is said to be perfectly, grammatically perfect, grammatically correct. Okay. Now see, when we talk about this part of speech, the another thing that is to be there in mind is that a single sentence can comprise of one part of a speech or different parts. That means more than one part of speech can even be included in a single sentence. So as we know that there are basically 8 types of parts of speech, that is your noun, pronoun, interjection, conjunction, preposition, adjective. So we will be learning each and every part of speech in detail. Okay, we'll learn the first part of speech, that is your noun. Okay, from your primary classes you would have been studying about noun, right? And every time when you study about noun, the definition doesn't change, but something or the other gets add on to it. So the basic definition of noun is, it refers to a word, or you can say to a thing, a person, an animal, a quality, an idea, or an action. Okay. Now when we are talking about a thing means any article or any object. Okay, it can be anything, a pen, a pencil, a paper, or any object that you can see. Person is basically when we talk about human being, it can be any name or any person, that is Dia, Rian, Alia, any name we can use in it. Then animals are basically your wild species. Suppose if I say elephant, cow, goat, any animal can come under this category. Place is again the destination, or different cities, different countries, they come under the category of place. Quality is actually the attribute. Attribute means the characteristic that has been carried out by a particular person, or the speciality of a particular place. Idea is again your opinion. Action is any work that you are performing. Okay, it's usually a single word, but not always. Now there is different types of noun. There are 7 different categories of your common noun, collective noun, proper noun, countable noun, uncountable noun, material and abstract. Okay, when we talk about common noun, now basically what is common noun? When we say common noun, then it is a common name that is given to a group of people or a group of things. Suppose if I say cat, elephant, lion. Okay, all three of these, the one thing is common, that these are the different animals. Okay, then if we say lily, rose, jasmine, then one thing is common in these things, that these are the names of different flowers. So flower is a common noun. In the similar manner, if I call out pineapple, grape, banana, apple, then these are different fruits that will be used. So one category under which, the main heading under which they lie is your fruit. I hope common noun is clear to you. Switching to the next noun, that is your pronoun. That is your proper noun. Now proper noun is the name of a particular place, animal or thing. Suppose if I say that Australia is in USA. If I say Boston is in USA. Okay. Now, if I am saying that Boston is in USA, then Boston is the name of a city which is only present in USA. It cannot shift to a map. It cannot shift to London. It cannot shift to Greenland. It cannot shift to Denmark. But it has to be present because it is present in USA only. Particularly it's present in USA. Suppose if I say Titanic was designed beautifully, then Titanic is a specific name of a boat. Okay, it's a specific boat. There is no other name. There is no other boat with that specific name, that is Titanic. Now, the next type of noun is your collective noun. When we talk about collective noun, collective, the word itself suggests you a collection of something. That means a group of something. Collective noun is basically a sum of different elements. If I say a dozen of banana, so instead of saying 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, and counting them up to 12, I am simply saying a dozen of banana. This means that there are 12 different bananas with different shapes, the different size of bananas is present. Then coming to the next part, that is, suppose if I say a set of cutlery. Okay, now a cutlery set comprises of different elements. That is, your fork is present, spoon is there, different knives are there. Okay, so all these things, instead of saying fork, spoon, knife, different elements, instead of calling up one element at a time, I just said a set of cutlery. Now, countable and uncountable noun. Countable noun is basically a noun that can be counted. Counted is none other than to number it. When we can number anything, that particular thing is known as your countable. Suppose, as you can see in the example, that there are different apples that's kept. Suppose 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples, and you can count the number of apples. That means it's a countable noun. But at the same time, if I say milk, you cannot count how many milk is present. Suppose if I say Sia has a healthy hair. Now, how many hairs are there? That you cannot count. So anything that you cannot number on, or you cannot keep a tip of anything, that comes under your uncountable noun. Now the next part, that is your abstract noun. Abstract, the word abstract comes when we do not show the actual thing, that means the actual thing is being hidden. Okay. Now, when we talk about abstract noun, this is basically your emotions. It reflects your emotions, or it reflects your feeling that you are feeling. Suppose, as you can see in the picture, there is happiness. The girl is jumping out of excitement. So, excitement, talent, childhood, knowledge, all these things you cannot see, you cannot touch. So, something that you cannot see, something that you cannot touch, but you can experience it, right? You can experience anger by the different gestures of a person. You can experience, you can feel that the person is angry. You can feel the bravery attitude of a person by his different deeds that he's been performing. But you cannot see, but you cannot touch bravery with your hands. So, such sort of a noun comes under your abstract noun. Now, the next is your material noun. Material noun is nothing else but the elements or the objects. Okay. Now, by which product are these elements made up of? Suppose if I say jewelry, if I say necklace, earrings, rings, all these elements, they are made up of gold. So, what is the material that is being used to make the jewelry? Is your gold. Now, if I say charcoal, or if I say coal, then what is the material that is being made up of? Is your very thing that will describe. The material will tell you the very component or the very object by which it is being made is your material noun. Now, coming to the next part of speech, that is your pronoun. Now see, pronoun is nothing else but a word that is used instead of a noun. That means, suppose if I say, Diya is playing in the garden and Diya will return by 6 o'clock. Now, instead of repeating the same name again, instead of repeating Diya will return back, I can say Diya is playing in the garden, she will return by 6 o'clock. So, the word that over here is replacing Diya. Diya is again your noun. So, the word that is replacing that specific word over here is your pronoun. Now, types of pronoun. Again, we learn the different types of pronoun. Then the first type of pronoun is your personal pronoun. Now see, these pronouns refer to the speaker, the person spoken to, the person or the people spoken about. Now see, there are basically 3 people who is being involved in the personal pronoun. That is the speaker, that means who is speaking, the person spoken to, matlab the one who is listening to that very person. Then the people spoken about, that means whom we are talking about. For example, if I say that I and Diya were conversating about Sia. So, I am there, Diya is there, and we are talking about the third person who is Sia. So, I hope this is clear. Now, interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronoun is nothing else but something that asks you the question, like what, who, which, whom, whose, all these sorts of pronoun are your interrogative pronoun. Then, demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun is something that demonstrates. Demonstrates means to represent something or to point out the specific within a sentence. That means to point something or to point towards someone. That is your demonstrative. And under this category, the examples are this, that, those, these. Because we are using this to point out. Suppose if I say, this pen belongs to me. That means the pen that is kept. Suppose if I say, this pen belongs to me. That means that pen is kept somewhere and that specific pen is only belonging to me. The pen kept next to it is not mine. But the pen which I am pointing out is the only pen which belongs to me. Now, the next, that is your possessive pronoun. Now see, what is possessive pronoun? These pronouns show possession. Possession is, see the word possession over here, it means that something that shows you the ownership. Okay, something that is your own, that is your possession pronoun. That is his, her, its, our, their, mine, my, our, her, their. All these words, they show you the possession. Suppose if I say, there is a pen that belongs to me, that means there is a specific pen that is belonging to me. Now, empathetic pronoun. See, empathetic pronoun is a pronoun that places emphasis on the doer of the action. That means it emphasizes on the very doer who is performing the action. Now see, emphasize, the word in the meaning of emphasize is to again point out or to press stress, to give more stress at a specific person. That is your empathetic pronoun. For example, you can take up myself, yourself, himself, herself. All these different words are used for your empathetic pronoun. Or you can say, for example, if I say that she will complete it herself, that means she is not going to give her work to someone else, but she is going to do it by herself. Okay, now the word herself over here represents the empathetic pronoun. Now, the next is your distributive pronoun. Distributive pronoun is nothing else but something that denotes the member of a group, or it separates not collectively. Now see, something that is giving you the separate idea that how much or what is the quantity. Suppose if I say what is the actual quantity will be described. Suppose each, every, either, neither, everyone. These are different words that come under the category of distributive pronoun. For example, if I say that, okay, each one of you have to submit your notebook by 20th. That means each one, that means as many people who is present at that particular place, they have to submit their notebook by 20th. Now, relative pronoun. Relative pronoun is nothing else but it connects a clause or a phrase. That means to another noun or a pronoun. For example, whose, who, which, that. Okay, these are different words that comes under the category of relative pronoun. Now, indefinite pronoun. Indefinite pronoun is nothing else but the things they denote or not. Now see, something that is having used when the things they denote are not specific. Something that is not specific. Indefinite means something that can change even. Something that is not static. And the words that come under this is nobody, everybody, somebody, anybody, anyone. Okay, these are the different words that come under this pronoun. Now, lastly we have reflexive pronoun. That is basically your pronouns that are used, the object of a sentence refers to back to the subject. Now, anything that is referring back to the subject itself, it is moreover similar to your empathetic pronoun only. Now, the next that we'll be learning, the part of speech, the third part of speech is your adjective. Now, adjective again is the same topic that we have been studying earlier even. Now, as you know that adjective is nothing else but it is a word that basically describes the noun, or you can say the quality or the state of being of noun. That means what is the actual quality, what is the actual beauty, or what is different in a specific noun, that is being described by your adjective. Now, there are again different parts of adjective. The first part is demonstrative adjective. Now, demonstrative is again the same that we have studied for pronouns. It indicates which person or thing is done. That means it specifically shows you which person are we talking about. Then, the proper adjective. Proper adjectives are formed from proper nouns. Now, anything that is formed out of proper noun. Proper noun means something that is particularly present. Suppose if I say, Edward is a French citizen. Now, French over here is a proper adjective because Edward does not belong to any other country, but he is belonging to French only. The native, the civilian, he is a basic civilian of French only. He does not belong, or he does not have the ownership or citizenship of any other country rather than the French. Now, adjective of quality. See, the word quality over here tells you that what are we, or what is the specific, what is the peculiar feature present in a specific noun. For example, if I say the frock that she is wearing is red in color. This means what is the color, what is the basic, how can, or you can say that the soldiers are brave. That means brave, the word brave over here is telling you the quality of the soldier. Now, the next we have is adjective of quantity. Adjective of quantity is nothing else but it tells you the count. Or you can say, suppose if I say that there is some food left in the refrigerator. That means not much, but some food is left in the refrigerator. Get some milk for the kitten. That means some milk you have to get, not much milk. So some sort of a thing that is actually telling you how many. The exact thing is like how many, what is the actual quantity that comes under the adjective of quantity. Then the next is your distributive adjective. Distributive adjective is again, it refers to each one of the number in the group. That means again the distribution, the specific distribution is used over here. Then possessive adjective. Possessive adjective is again the possession. It shows you the possession of the article or the element, the object. Now, we are talking about verb. See, verb is again, you know that verb is the action words or the doing words that we perform is known as your verb, right? So, as we know that verb is nothing else but the actions that is being performed, and there is different types of verb even. That is your transitive verb, intransitive, finite and non-finite. Now see, transitive verb is nothing else but something that has an object. That means if I say Jane sings a song, that means Jane is singing. And what is she singing? She is singing a song. Suppose if I say that Jane sings. Okay, now what is she singing? You are not able to identify this thing, right? So, such sort of a word which does not give you the object to identify that what actually the subject is doing, that comes under your intransitive verb. But the word that gives you the object, like Jane is singing a song. Song is again your object, right? So such sort of a verb that gives you, or it tells you exactly what the doer or what the subject is doing, is your transitive word. Now, finite and non-finite words. Finite words a verb that changes their form when there is a change in person and number of an object. Whereas, the non-finite verb, there are verbs that do not change their form. That means if I say that he walks home. Now, he walks home will be changed according to the people, like how many people are walking and what is the number of noun that is being used. Okay, the countable number of nouns that is being used or the person that is being referred. The verb is going to change according to that. But in non-finite, the verb doesn't change it. Now, the next we have is adverb. Adverb is nothing else but it adds an extra meaning to a word. Okay, or you can say it modifies the quality of adjective, right? Now, for example, if I say that I did not find the cat anywhere, right? Find over here is what? Find over here is your word. You are finding someone, you are looking for someone, but you didn't find it anywhere. So anywhere is what? Anywhere is modifying. Suppose if I say that they often go for a holiday in summer. Now, they are going, that means they go, but what is the time? Like, are they going on a random basis? Are they going on a rare basis? Or they are not going at all? So what is the actual number or what is the frequency that is being shown? Comes under your adverb. Okay, it's adding an extra meaning to the word itself. Now, there are again different types of adverbs, that are adverb of manner, adverb of place, adverb of time, adverb of frequency, adverb of degree, and interrogative adverb. So one by one we'll be learning. The first, that is your adverb of manner, that is shows how an action is being performed. Now see, for example, if I say Ria talks politely. Now what is the expression? Is Ria shouting? Is she screaming? No, but she is talking politely. So the way how she is talking is under the category of adverb of manner. Now, the next, that is your adverb of place. See, adverb of place is again nothing else but it shows you where the action is being performed, right? Suppose if I say that I did not find the cat anywhere. So anywhere is what? It is telling you that where the action is being performed. Okay. Now, coming to the next, that is your adverb of time. Adverb of time is again the same thing, but it tells you the time. That means at what moment or at what time the action was being performed. Suppose if I say, we will go to the park tomorrow. Now, at what time, at what day we will be going to the park, that comes under your adverb of time. The next, adverb of frequency. See students, frequency means the occurrence, as you have studied in your physics. Like in your physics you would have studied anything with the reference of time. Okay, we have studied 1 by T, right? Frequency, the formula of frequency is 1 by T. That means whenever the action or whenever the frequency, whenever the amplitude is moving with respect to the time, that comes under your frequency. So in the similar manner over here, even frequency means the same thing. That how many times it is occurring. The occurrence tells you what is the frequency. For example, if I say that Alia goes for swimming regularly, right? So regularly, what is the occurrence of that action? The action over here is she is going for swimming, right? She is going for swimming is your action. But what is the frequency? How many times is she going a day? That is basically your frequency, adverb of frequency. Now, adverb of degree. Adverb of degree is nothing else but it shows us the extent to which an action takes place. Suppose if I say that Alia was very tired. Now, how tired was she? Was she less tired, a bit tired, or very tired? Now, what it is telling you that she was very tired. So, to what extent was she tired? That comes under your adverb of degree. Now, the next is your interrogative adverb. Interrogative adverb is again the same thing, that it asks you the question. Now, the next part of speech is your preposition. See, preposition is nothing else but it tells you the location, or you can say the place where actually the noun or the pronoun is being performed, where the action is being performed. For example, a word governing and usually preceding a noun or pronoun and expressing a relation to another word or element in the clause, as in the man on the platform. Now see, the man on the platform. Now where is this man? He is on the platform. That means the word on over here is telling you that where this man is there. He is telling you the relation. Now see, there is a relation that has been shown between a man and a platform. And who is showing this? Which word is showing? The word on over here is showing you the relationship between the man and the platform. So such words that tells you the relationship between the noun pronoun and that tells you the relationship between the noun pronoun with respect to the object. Like the man. Man is over here your noun, but platform is your object. So over here the word on is showing you the relationship between the noun and the object. So such words come under the category of preposition. Now, interjection. Interjection is nothing else but it tells you the emotion or how the expression is being expressed, or the word that is expressing you the feeling, the utterance, okay, the own expression, spontaneous feeling. Suppose if I say, wow, we won the match. So the word wow over here, it's reflecting your expression. It is showing your happiness. So such sort of a word comes under the category of interjection. Now, the next part of speech is conjunction. Conjunction is nothing else but a word that joins two sentences together. Suppose if I say, I and Sia will march along the ground. That means I and Sia. Now instead of saying I will march along the ground, Sia will march along the ground. Instead of saying the same statement twice, I am adding up, splitting the sentence and adding them into a single form, that is I and Sia. I have combined I and Sia with the word and. So the word and over here is your conjunction. I hope you would have understood parts of speech. If there is any doubt, you can drop your questions, your queries in the comment section. Thank you, students.